Hello there, it's me, Rama, and this is a new demonstration of the Rama Code project, which is a project I am giving to you. You can do with it whatever you want in terms of developing your own game based on it. If you want to release a game based on this project, please contact me and we'll talk about it. In the meantime, have fun playing with all the different tools I've set up for you, and a little demonstration of the power of UE5. Speaking of which, I got a lot to show you today, but first, an introduction to some new things. Funds are now rainbow makers. Look, a rainbow! I made a rainbow. So, that's exciting. Now, this has to get out of the way, most entertaining. So, new feature, and part of the subject of this particular video is key system. So this is an indicator saying that the flower key is required, and the player does not currently possess this key, given that the game just started. So, that's the indicator saying, okay, you need the key, alright. Well, let's go find the key. Oh, I fell. Those are my AI units that like to perch on the disappearing platform. I will master this. You saw me in a different video where I had it down pat. Alright, and I did it. Okay. Alright. So, here's the key. And I collect the key, and the loop highlighted itself to say, hey, you got the key. Alright, now I'm gonna go through the loop, and new feature. These are called jumpers. I think you can see why. And they are customizable in terms of how high you go. And this is a puzzle where the player is trying to figure out, I have an idea, I've never done this. Let's see if I can do this. And, oh wow. If you, I'm gonna click it like that. I guess if, anyway, I didn't know that I could do that. Alright, now look, I'm inside a new area. Now this new area is not complete, and I wanted to continue it with you, so I already know what I want to do. I want to have a ring, that's another key. I want to have a ring around this platform. And by the way, if you fall off, you might be wondering, well, how do you get back up? That's what this hole is for. So, if you look, if you just get on the jumper, it's not going to work. But, if you, because I don't reset velocity, if I angle my way up, I can go like that. And if I angle myself just right, I can do this. And here's the key. But there's nothing to do with this key yet. So, I know exactly what I want to do. And I'm going to introduce you to maybe my favorite feature of UE5 that is unique to UE5, meaning not in UE4. If you don't know about this feature, you're going to be so happy by the end of this video. I'm so happy, and I sort of knew about this feature. There was a hint of it in the introduction video to UE5, but oh, the full power. So, I don't know if you're like me, but you don't like modeling. If you're like me, you don't like modeling in external programs if it can be avoided, because I don't want to leave UE5. I don't want to leave Unreal Engine. I want to stay in Unreal Engine. So I'm going to lower this a bit so I can get a little more perspective on it. So this is going to be the path, but I don't want it to be contiguous. I want the AI units to be across a gap from the player. So I'm going to make it a little bigger. That's a little too big. Alright. In-Level-Viewport modeling. Ready? Let's check it out. So let's go to select mode. Let's go to modeling. I already have the mesh selected. I'm going to head over to polycut, and it's already set to a high value, but if you notice, it's 55, right? if you notice, the slider is very intimidating for this particular tool, because it only goes up to 10. It's okay, you can enter manual values that are much higher than 10. Now, the other thing to note is how much of a circle it is can be controlled by subdivisions. And the subdivisions are also very intimidating. 20, that doesn't look smooth, so I upped it to 33, so it looks a little smoother. So just keep in mind, those slider values should not intimidate you. They can be customized. Now, polycut is one way to do this operation. Clearly, I didn't center this thing properly when I first set it up, so we're going to wing it. And we're gonna center it relative to the actual cylinder, and then we'll fix it later. And if you're wondering where the widget is, which is right here. Okay, so that's sort of good. I'm pretty picky about these things, but the fun part is now I can afford to be picky about it because I'm already in engine. So I can tailor this, not generally in an art program to what I want. I can tailor it to the exact level piece I'm looking at, which already looks fairly non-standard, right? But now I can measure things in engine by the unit heights of the player and everything I know about as the game designer that no modeler has to hear a word of now. I can be my own modeler. I don't know about doing my own materials and textures, but I can definitely do the modeling. Okay, so that looks good, right? And notice it was a cone, so that's why it has this kind of slant to it. I'm just doing that for style points. Style points, I hope I get style points for this. Okay, so I like this, I accept. Great, now one problem. This is a static mesh, and as you know, I have a game where things are disappearing and appearing all the time. So what's the fastest way to turn that into a game mesh, you know, using my own custom blueprint? Go into quick with your thing selected, your new thing, type in convert, and now convert it to a Joy World mesh, and now it is that. And now I'm going to select clear your filter. I'm going to select my standard. That's not what I meant over here. Okay, so now, ta-da, looks like it's always belonged. Okay, and if I recall, I want to center it slightly. Okay. And the AI, the navigation system already likes it because I have dynamic navigation mesh turned on. You can look that up, that's been around for a while. Now the purpose of this is simply, I have an idea. What if they're above slightly? That would be kind of exciting now, wouldn't it? So now so when you come out, they're above you like that, right? I think level will be more fun. Alright, it's a little intimidating. Maybe even slightly lower. Yeah, level's pretty good. Okay, so I just made a custom mesh just for this particular part of the level. I mean, I'm sure I could find ways to reuse this, and I'm sure I will. But you just saw me model in engine. And there's more. I ain't done yet. So let's do the modeling segment to completion, and then we'll go back into game design mode. So I want to have a path that when you're done, it will appear and extend off of this ring thing. So I have this girl here to give me my scaling sense. We're going to do more modeling, because I'm sure you probably want to see more modeling after all that excitement. I know I do, and I'm the one doing it. Alright, so we're going to do path extrude. So we're going to create a path, and I'm going to take over here, over here, over here, fairly long path, over here, over here. You can tell I love this. Oh, I love this so much. I've always wanted this. I actually tried to make this feature myself, and I did, but that was a while back. Alright. Let's make it fairly wide. And that's too wide. No, too thin. Okay, perfect. Now I can set the height of this path, which I don't want it to be too thick. Alright, too thin. Let's say, that'll be good. Okay, So, now I have a path, but I'm not done yet. I bet you thought I was done. No, I ain't done yet. Watch this. I'm going to turn on wireframe. So I want to manipulate this path, but it doesn't have enough polys to bend nicely, right? It'll look all jagged. So the next thing I'm going to do is subdivision. Now, please note there's different kinds of subdivision. The default is Catmull-Clark, but that leads to a very interesting sort of rounded... Actually, that looks pretty cool now. I thought this would be a tubular thing. I just turned off pathing for a second. This isn't that tubular. This is pretty cool. I like this time. Last time it was fairly tubular. But this time it's pretty neat. But if you want to make sure it's absolutely flat, switch from Catmull-Clark to bilinear, right? That'll do that. The other one is loop, which to me I can't really distinguish that much from the Catmull-Clark result. But originally I wanted bilinear because I wanted to make sure the top was flat, but this Catmull-Clark thing is pretty cool. I kind of like it. I don't know what smooth does. Let's find out. What did that do? Oh, that's cool. It definitely improved. Smooth actually seems like it got rid of a few triangles. Wow. Nifty. But I want more triangles, not less. Is it really less triangles when I smooth it? Let's see one more time. I've never done this before, so let's see. Huh. I really like it. Let's see. So the visual difference... Is there a visual difference? Yeah, there is. I think I'm gonna go with the original for now, just to make sure I have the maximum number of triangles. Okay, new fun tool. Ready? So Catmull-Clark worked out this time, but here's this fairly straight-looking path on the z-axis. This is my favorite tool for my 3ds Max days. Ready? I love UE5 developers for this. Thank you, UE5. Welcome to my favorite tool from my 3ds Max days. This is the FFT lattice, now in UE5, and I'm going to use it to do this. Okay, so now my path goes up, and now I'm going to do this. I'm going to have my path go down, and now I'm going to do my path going way up. I'm just winging it. Okay. That looks a little steep. But because I have enough tries, this looks fairly smooth now, whereas it would not have looked smooth if I didn't do the additional subdivision. Alright. Can you feel the joy? I can. I hope you can. Oh, it's so entertaining. You could do racetracks with this. You could do all kinds of stuff with this. Alright, kind of looks like a racetrack. Alright, now I want this one to go way up. Okay, let's see, way up. That's good. Now, let's bring this one up. So, can I remind you that we're still in UE5? Oh my good heavens, isn't this great? No, I'm not being paid by Epic to do this. I just love UE5 this much. Oh my good heavens. Alright. And let's bring this one up now. Okay. I could do this all day, but probably you might want to see more stuff, so I will abbreviate this somewhat. I said somewhat, I didn't say completely. I'm trying, it's hard. I don't want to stop. I don't think my curvy path wants to stop either. Alright, let's try this. Okay, that, and here. And so it starts relatively normal, and then you have two options of which way you want to treat this. But, you know, Well, I've only been doing verticals. Let's do some horizontal adjustment too here. Okay. Alright. Let's get this one horizontally adjusted as well. Out there. Good. Okay. Alright. That looks perfectly doable, doesn't it? I can't. I'm sorry. This looks just way too not modified yet. Alright. No, actually, that didn't go quite the way I wanted. Let's see. Okay. Alright. So, let's check this out on the. Let's do a check on the horizontal here. So that is a little more severe than I want. I don't want that much of a dip, so let's do that. Okay. And let's get this one to go even higher, and then we're done. Oh, editing in engine like this is so great. Okay, that was too high. Because everything is already, I can sense it as the player, because I have the rest of the level to remind me. I have real time on. Disable real time override. Okay, so there you have it. I think I'm done now. I accept. Thank you for asking. Okay, so we're going to take this up now by clicking correctly, and I'll put this over here. Okay. Okay. And that's what I wanted. UE5, ask and you shall receive. Just gotta ask Tim Sweeney first. Okay. Okay, and I want the player to have to jump a little to get onto it. That'll be fun, right? Okay. I think that's within range. And now once again, switch back to select in case you want to have your UI be clear. I would like to point out that everything you create goes into a folder called generated from the root of wherever the level is. I'm going to now move this into one of my favorite folders called I Love UE5, and the reason it has that name is because here's where all my other little creations are. That's where the flowers that you saw earlier, that was with the revolve tool. So you're catching a glimmer of how you can really, you could say it's extended block out or extended prototyping, but I think I'm going to keep it right here because it's so entertaining and I can create so quickly. Now we're going to convert to our game type, which is Joy World Mesh, and now we're going to get our material and paste. Okay, look, we made a path together perfectly path-like. Alright, I don't know if this is going to be climbable. We're going to have to find out. Let's see if I can quickly test this. I wonder if play from here will work. Hey, it worked. Great. Okay, let's go see. We just made this together, look. I think you know how much I like this so much. Oh, it's so entertaining. Do you think I can jump from here to the other side? Maybe. That didn't work though. Okay, so that's our custom path in a few seconds. Now, it's part of the game world. I can, because I changed its class, I'm going to say that it starts hidden. This one's going to start hidden too. And the goal of the player is going to be, okay, so the AI units are going to appear when this button is pressed. So when button gets pressed, we're going to add a new thing to make visible. This is the make visible action. Let's add a new element. This, and that's it. Welcome to the game world. Welcome to Rama. Welcome to Rama world. Rama game code world. Now, I want this thing to appear once you successfully get around all the AI. So I'm going to have another floor button here. This floor button is going to make herself hidden. So I'm going to say self. And I'm going to this entry, and it's also going to make this visible. Okay, now this button has to appear. It starts hidden. It's going to have to appear when the player... When should it appear? I guess it should always be visible as soon as this button is pressed. So actually no, I'll do it when this is pressed. So this button, when this button is pressed, it'll make that button appear as well. So make visible, add a new entry. I'm already designing my UE5 game thanks to UE5 tools and this action system I developed, which I show in a different video. Okay, so without any AI, let's test this now. Make sure we got everything right there. Okay. I like to point out that there's nothing in the sky. Nothing. Okay. Oh, look, a loop. Oh, looks like I need the thing. Now you know how I made that. Alright. Now let's go. And let's go. Okay. I think I did it. Get away from the funds. Okay. I got the key. And I'm gonna... I forgot to maximize the thing. And I'm gonna go up. Shoot the button. And I fell. That's okay. Because I can do this. Alright. I just want to show what it looks like if I look up as I go up. Alright. Whee! Alright. We're up here. This thing has appeared. Now there will be AI units here, which will be very complicating for the player. So this will... You can click on this to make a little protection for yourself. Then, I fell. That's normal. It happens. And I'm gonna come over here, click the button. I did it! And there's my path. And I'm gonna jump. Look! Gameplay is happening! And I got my own modeling tools called UE5. Isn't this great? Love this. Okay, now let's add the AI units. I'm going to show you a new feature for those of you using my code project, this project, because remember I give you this entire project, what you're looking at, with these latest additions by the time this video is published. I'm going to place some AI, but I want to point something out, which is I set up, for the action system, I set up a new feature called groups. You'll see why they're useful in just a second. So, here is the unit. She's going to target the player on game start. She's going to start hidden. Now she has an action group, a joy group. I'm going to call this joy 2. Now, I'm going to add other units. And as I drag them, because they are duplicates, and because UE5 is wonderful, awesome, the best, the joy group is getting duplicated, right? Okay. And here. Okay, I got no idea. I need a way to deal with these AI units. I forgot about this part in my plans, but we'll figure it out together. Okay, so that's a lot of AI units, and I want a girl who's gonna roam. I don't quite know what she's gonna do about the fact that she can't quite reach the player. We'll see how my pathing system pans out. So I'm gonna go get her, and she's gonna have the joy group 2, joy 2, and she's also gonna start hidden. Okay, she's gonna try to find the player. I'll put her over here and see what she does. I wonder what she'll do. Do you think she'll go around? I know the pathing is there, but I don't actually know what she'll do. We'll find out. I couldn't tell you, although I'm gonna turn her... The fact that she's gonna go for the player on. Okay, so I just added all these girls, right? So how am I gonna click on them all to say that I want them all to turn on? With the joy group, it's one click, so I want them to appear right when this happens. Okay, this is going to be hard. I think you can tell I like that. So let's add a... So for the You see here, apply to joy groups. I want for the action of making visible, I want to add a joy group, and it's going to be joy 2. Done. That's it. I just added all of these girls because this is a little bit of C++ I did. It's not that hard. Let me show it here, and I'm going to go over to, this is Victory plugin stuff, my little researches. So here you have the code plugin and some helpers for the fact that Vector 2D Math is not fully functional yet. It will be, I'm sure, but not yet. And I'm going to show you a different class, which is the joy data types. Here is where I created joy group. It's just, it got a name and a bunch of units, but then I did the C++ here because it just goes faster and guaranteed to be the most efficient for creating groups. And then I set up the groups. I'll show you the rest later. I wanna get back in game. So I think I'm ready. Except for the fact that they're never gonna go away. So you're never gonna be able to get to the path. So when this, oh, this is gonna be complicated. When this button is clicked, complicated for the player, not complicated for us developing the game. So make visible, right? I want a new action, which, so it makes self-hidden, and I also want it to target, I want her to target joy 2 group and make them hidden too. Let's see if this works, shall we? Alright. Oof. Alright, let's get our thing. Whee! Wow, where's this? Follow the trail to the fun. Wow! Everything's exploding, run! Okay, here's my loot, and here's my thing, and here's me shooting my thing here. Whoa! Okay, I was just checking. I could have hit the button. I just, oh, she fell. The one who was moving around fell. Oof! Ah! I got the thing. I'm protected now. Okay, now there's just this one girl. And yes, there will be damage in the game eventually. Oh no, I took a wrong turn. Oh. Okay, and that was a deliberate design choice. Actually, her being on the ground is kind of exciting because, okay, where did she go? Alright, I'm gonna hide in here. Oh, quickly, and they're gone. Okay, and now we can go to our path. Now, I want to show you one more thing, because I think you're going to like this. Because you're about to see my favorite thing in UE5 with the modeling tool. So let's make ourselves a nice, shiny sphere. Let's do a sphere. Okay, so here's my sphere. I want a sphere that's 4,000 units big. I'm going to start this sphere on the ground, or wherever I can get the tracing system to let me put it. Okay, there. And here, I'm going to, whatever, and down. You're about to see it. You know something's coming. Alright, let's do this, and here. Okay, there's my character size reference. Now I'm gonna make a nice little path and something fun's gonna happen. Let's turn this to wireframe and let's make a path, shall we? What am I doing? You're about to find out. And let's go here and let's go here. Wireframe is great. UE5 is amazing. Let's see. I'm gonna now here, and yeah, now I'm gonna angle my way out, and let's go here, and then here, and here. Okay, let's make this nice and large, like this. Okay, now I'm gonna turn off wireframe so I can see my height value more easily, and I want to make it match player height. There's player height. So So I'm gonna do about that. Okay. So remember Catmull Clark. You're gonna like this. Let's do Catmull Clark again. Subdivide. So you see how this became very tubular, right? Again, if it was bilinear, it looks like this. But if you go Catmull Clark, you end up with this. Right? Now, why would I want such a thing? Well, thank you for asking. You're about to find out. So I'm inside. Oh, I think you see what my plan is. But, actually, let me accept. Okay, ready? Here's the basic version. Let's do basics first. So, when you only have one object selected, certain options are grayed out. Select your base, and then the one you want to do the thing to, and look, the thing that makes me love UE5 even more. That's particular to UE5. Ready? 3, 2, 1, click! Look! Yes, what you were hoping is true. That wasn't true or false. Mesh boolean, something else. So, let's make it a little fancier, shall we? Let's get our thing selected, and let's do a lattice. And let's have one extra degree of fanciness here, which is that I want these to have different starting points. So this one starts down. Take all these points down. Oop, and this one, shift select to add to selection. Okay. Alright. Let's bring up this ceiling just a little bit. Okay, and I think we'll start to change height and go back up again here. So let's lift this up. Did you know we're still in engine? Yes. In engine modeling, in the level viewport. Oh heaven. Called UE5. Alright, now let's take all these points. That might be a little overambitious. Let's take all of these points and lift it up. Alright. And I think we'll have to take a little bit of these to soften that. And that. Okay. Now, there's the end of our sphere. Let's try to make it a little more exciting at the very end here. Just a little higher. Okay, let's try this. Let's turn off wireframe. And let's see what we did. First, accept this deformation, thank you. And select our thing. One more time, select our two things, and mesh boolean. Look. That opening is all the way down here, right? And then we climb our way out. So we actually end much higher than we started. Okay, so let's see. Alright, I have an interesting idea. Ready? Let's see if this works. Alright, a little bit lower. Oh, I can't wait. I accept. Mesh boolean accepted. Hello, navigation system. Oh, navigation system thinks this is a little too steep. You know, I can believe that, because if I'm in this, my head's hitting the ceiling. Okay, so let's... Wow, this got really interesting. I just want to see this real quick, because this isn't a section where I'm expecting the AI to come anyway. Let's just see. I'm into the player exploration experience at the moment here. Looks like I clipped away some of my ceiling here. But that gives me an idea. Do you think I could... Oh, I want to so bad. Almost. I bet I could. I did it! Hey! That'll be... Okay, that's part of the experience now. The fact that I clipped through the side has become part of the journey. Alright. Look. UE5 mesh boolean. Alright. Abstract art meets UE5 meets fun physics gameplay equals lots of fun. You can quote me on that. Alright, now I'm going to turn this. I'm going to put this here. I want the player to have to jump for it just a little bit. Convert. So we can turn this into a game using the game interface system, so convert. And now I want to do joy, and I want to make it start hidden. And this button here will now activate this as well. Alright, now selecting this. Again, I like to, I gotta take this filter off. I like to take the meshes I plan to keep and move them out of the generated folder here and put them into one of my favorite folders. This folder needs a color. I gotta give this folder a color. I have an idea for a color. Okay, now let's take this out, move it here, and save everything. But to keep this trim and organized, I like to get rid of the parts that I'm not keeping. Okay, now let's get our material. And I wonder what that's going to look like inside. Let's try to not look until we actually play it. Okay, now at the top of the sphere, that's where the party is going to be at. So to reflect that, what are we going to put up there? Something you... Let's do this. Oh wait, I already have something that requires a key here. So let's take that. This is the thing that needs a key. And let's get this and all the way at the top. And if you get it, what it's going to do for the moment is it's just going to say let's get rid of this entry. It's just going to hide herself, and create a nice, happy, joyful indication of victory. And that's that. Okay, let's put it right at the top here. Oh, you know it. We did this together. Let's see, shall we? And she needs to... Should she start hidden? She should start hidden. Alright. And let's make a button. Activate her too. Look. Such fast iteration time. Let's add another. Make visible. Level blockouts just reached a whole new height, but if you're like me and you just love to play with abstract geometry because you were able to make it yourself, oh, this party just reached full bloom. Yes, UE5 in full bloom. Okay, ready? Let's go. Let's... Ah! I was in mesh geometry editing mode. I was being all careful. Alright, I gotta run for it. Okay. Alright, and let's click. And let's go. Alright, let's rock and roll. And where's my thing? There's my thing. And see all AI girls later. Oh, there, you're still here. And try to live. Oh, try to live. Try to live. Oh, this is really hard when they got 3 angles on you. Ah, I'm so close. Ah, I died. I did it. I did it. It's okay. Okay, shoot box. Pink thing. Okay. Hi, pink thing. Remember that? That's one of my really old videos. Okay. Old as in a few days old. Okay. Oh, I landed it. I didn't realize it. Okay, let's try again. And let's go up here. And let's go up to our path. I gotta see this. I gotta see this. Oh my god. Alright, and let's totally miss that jump while on camera. Let me try that again. Alright. Okay, let's go. Let's go. I'm so excited about my path. Alright, now let's try this jump a little more carefully. Okay, that's a little further than I thought. Alright, and we're in! Let's see. Can you say... Oh, look. Isn't it great? Look. We're really high up. Whee! Okay, let's pretend we're going back down inside. Your realms of opportunities for creating all sorts of fun level design are now endless. Maybe you already knew this, but if you didn't, now you know. Okay, and the whole going from the inside to the outside routine, and we're up here. And oh, looks like we need a key. That's odd. Where's there a key around here? Huh, okay, do you think I can do it? I can do it. Alright, let's... Okay. Alright, whoa, I forgot about the dip. Alright, let's get a nice high vantage point to get back on. Look, there's the key. Now how do we get on there? That's what the jumper's for. Okay, jumper. Get me up there, please. And landed. Okay. Now let's... I got it. Alright. I missed. Okay. You know it's too much fun to stop. I could totally end the video now, but I have to show you. Let's take the other way. Custom meshes in UE5. Dynamic meshes, to be more exact, but you know what I mean. I did it. If I make that noise, I'm more likely to make the jump. Look! Look, it's real. Boolean logics. Boolean mesh logics in UE5. Got a nice view. Do you think I can get up on this side of this area? I think that's pushing it. Let's just have completion here. Alright, and get up. And victory! Victory! And that concludes my demonstration of making your own meshes in UE5 and having a key system. Alright, now I'm going to try to make it up the other side, just because the video is finished now. The video is totally over, I'm just... Okay, I didn't make it. I didn't think I would. Well, I'm glad I didn't try the first time. Alright, I hope you have a lovely day. Enjoy! I'm going to end with this. Rainbow party in UE5. Enjoy. Hey, that box is up there now. Okay, I gotta go see that. The video totally ended already, I promise. It's just that I have to go see this. I'm sorry. Trust me, you want this. You'll have to. Look! One of the blue boxes made it up here from the ground. Hello, blue box. Goodbye. Joys of UE5. Enjoy.